Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Ken, thanks very much and welcome. Ireland Contracting is our new title sponsor of the Sports Call. We welcome them in, a company based in Glenshaw, Pennsylvania, do outstanding jobs with roofing, exterior storm damage, whatever you need. Contact Ireland Contracting, and we're happy to have them on board as our title sponsors. It's 412-575-2600. That's the number to call, as always, right here on the Sports Call. Bob Pompeani, joined by Ron Cook of the Post-Gazette and 93.7 The Fan here tonight. We have a lot to get into, but also I want to mention this to you. The Play with Rocky Bleier is back. It was a huge success last year. Rocky, it's back by popular demand. And if you didn't know, it's a one-man show written by Gene Collier, too. He's had a big hand in the success of this play. It's at the Pittsburgh Public Theater. 9 performances only. It's December 28th through January the 6th at the O'Reilly. You can get your tickets today. It's 412-316-1600 or visit ppt.org for details. And tonight, the third caller to our program will get 2 tickets to the January 2nd show. So if you've never seen it, it is worth going to. A tremendous job. And Rocky, starring as Rocky. Pretty good stuff there. We'll begin with the big news, of course, and that is the Steelers lost yesterday, and the way they lost came into question. There were so many components to the last 2 minutes, maybe the most chaotic I've ever seen. So Ron Cook of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette writes about this stuff, talks. By the way, if you haven't tuned in on Tuesdays, Ben Roethlisberger show at 11 o'clock in the morning on 93.7 The Fan is must-listen-to radio, so Ben will be there to get his explanation about what happened, Ron. But, you know, from my point of view, 2 items. Number one, the inconsistency with which the NFL employs this rule that Jesse James was called. I thought he made a football move. I know that's debatable. To me, he made a move. He tucked the ball in, then he extended.
Well, according to the rules, Bob, my understanding is he did. I think it's a really dumb rule.
Did you see what they did, though, in some of those other instances?
I have.
It's been very erratic.
I heard Tony Dungy say last night it was the absolute right call. I heard Bill Cowher on the Fan Morning Show today say it was absolutely the right call, but everybody agrees it's a stupid call. In fact, Dungy last night on NBC said, in any other level of football, flag, high school, college, that's a touchdown. Not in the NFL for whatever reason. But the Steelers still had their chances, Bob, and I think they really messed it up at the end. I didn't like calling a timeout after the Juju play with 36 seconds left. Now you have no timeouts. The confusion at the end, throwing the pass to Hayward Bay that he can't get out of bounds. Now the clock's running. You know, Ben saying spike it. They're telling him in his headphone, run a play. He runs the play. Only guy who knows that there's a play is Eli Rogers because he gestured to him, and then Ben tries to force it in when he's got to throw it into the stands. You can't throw an interception in that situation. He knows that.
That's the only bad thing that can possibly happen to that. Anything else, you're going to get a field goal opportunity.
Go to overtime, take your time.
2 components, though. Number one, you mentioned the timeout after the Juju Smith-Schuster 69-yarder.
I didn't like it, 36 seconds.
Even if you did it, though, and they did it, then you need to have absolute clarity about what you're going to run next. And to me, both plays have to be in the end zone. They did this crossing pattern to Darius Hayward-Bay, who, for my money, I don't understand why he's in there and not Martavis Bryant at that point. They tackle him in bounds. That's just a wasted play.
Now
and it set up the confusion that followed. So, to me, that was an opportunity. That replay took a long time, 4 minutes and 42 seconds.
You got to have a couple plays called.
You got to know in that while they're deciding what's going to happen, fear the worst and say, okay, if they don't allow this, this is what we got to do next. Right. And they didn't do it. So they ended up losing that game. And they also lost Antonio Brown for who knows how long, hopefully just a couple of games. He'll be back for the playoffs. And tonight, widespread reporting here by NFL Network and others that James Conner may need surgery. And if that's the case, then his season would be done. And then you wonder
saying MCL, not ACL, but hopefully he'll be ready to go at camp next year.
Yeah, so the bottom line is, what do you do for a backup runner now? They brought in Fitzgerald Toussaint, which he's been on the practice squad pretty much all year. Do they stay with that, or do you go out and look for somebody?
Well, I mean, they don't use the backup anyway. What's Conner get? Lucky to get 1 or 2 carries a game. It's not like he splits the duties with Le'Veon Bell. You know, now if something happens to Bell, you're in real bad shape. We saw what happened a couple years ago when he got hurt, and they had to play that Baltimore playoff game without him, and they had nobody. Had to bring in Ben Tate off the street. I'm sure they'll try to find somebody to replace Conner, but what are you going to get at this point? Le'Veon's got to be the guy, and so far so good. We thought he was last year too, and then he ran out of gas in the AFC Championship game hopefully they get back to that game this year, and we'll see what happens this time.
We're due for a break. We will take it and come back with your phone calls right here on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. It's 412-575-2600. That's the number to call. You can tweet us at KDPomp, at Ron Cook PG. We'll also tell you the Penguins are playing bad hockey right now, and it continues. They are closer to last than first. And yes, I know it's only December, getting to Christmas, but you have to start wondering, do they need an injection of something? And
well, Colorado just scored. It's now 3-1 late in the second period. And Colorado is a very mediocre team.
But they beat the Penguins here last week.
They beat them here a week ago. They're just playing very bad hockey right now.
We'll take a break, come back with your phone calls. Call us now, get on the air, let us know what you think about all these topics and more right here live on Pittsburgh CW.